Give you a live look outside right now at 7:01 on your Thursday morning from our camera atop of Horsetooth Reservoir Rock right there. Lots of clouds to kick off your Thursday morning for our friends in northern Colorado. Here in the metro area, we are preparing for hail later today, so be ready. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Corey Rose. It was kind of a spooky shot of Horsetooth, and it's the way it's looked all week.
It was kind of interesting because that sun was peeking right through there. Meanwhile, we're seeing blue skies and sunshine to kick it off here in the metro area.
Yes, but let's bring in Chris. That's going to change later this afternoon. Everyone's going to want to kind of park their cars inside later today.
If you really want a good idea about how high that risk is going to be today, the more sunshine we get this morning, the more sun we got right now, that's bad news. Or what that will do, it'll add heat and instability to the atmosphere, right? Our main limiting factor, the main reason why we probably won't see, in most cases, a lot of large hail here across the metro area today is it's just not warm enough. The warmer the air mass, the more moisture it can hold. But if we stay on the cooler side, we stay in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees, it'll be tough to get some of that large hail in place. But the more sunshine we get, the warmer those temperatures will get, and the result could be slightly higher risk for some of that large hail today. Meantime, 54 for us right now here in Denver. Rain totals overnight, we picked up over an inch of rain for us in South Denver. But those overall headlines, that risk for severe weather is going to be in place for today and also for tomorrow. We're going to time out that hail risk for you and tell you where it will be highest here across the state. That's my full forecast. Erica.
Chris, thank you so much. 7:02, we want to talk about the traffic impact drive right now. If you're getting ready to travel on westbound I-70 this morning from Wadsworth toward Kipling, you're going to run into some delays this morning. So through the Arvada Wheat Ridge area in toward Golden, this is going to impact your commute. Westbound I-70 this morning, it's about a mile west of Kipling where the incident is. Now, slightly better news if you're just joining us or if you've been watching a little bit earlier, this was in the middle of the interstate. So folks were going in the far right lane and the far left lanes to get around it. Now it has moved off onto the right-hand side of the interstate. So we've got a couple right lanes blocked. Everyone kind of merging, though, to that left-hand side. Still a little bit messy for folks trying to merge. Of course, things are slowing down. So we do want to go ahead and take you over to our map and show you where this is, talk about the delay. So westbound I-70 near Kipling this morning. It is absolutely impacting the drive, mostly on westbound 76 here this hour. So 76 drive through Berkeley into Arvada this morning, of course, turns back into I-70 out that way. But right now, that westbound 76 commute between I-25 and I-70 has jumped up to 20 minutes. It should normally be about 6 minutes. So I'm going to say we're dealing with at least a 15-minute backup through this area this morning. If you're going to be headed that way soon, please keep that in mind. I would definitely potentially take I-70 instead of 76. You will still run into that slow spot at Kipling, but it's mostly clear rather than 76 that is mostly jammed up. Travel for you on I-70 between E470 and 76, 21 minutes. So it's about a 7 to 10 minute delay there. Westbound 76 ride into Commerce City slowing by about 5 minutes, and then southbound 225 slowing by 6 minutes for the drive between Iliff and I-25 with those delays.
In a world that feels so frightening and so unsafe, may we all find moments in community and with each other that we feel safe.
There wasn't enough seating for the crowd who gathered to pray for those injured in Sunday's terror attack in Boulder. The Jewish Community Center hosted the vigil last night, and despite the attack on the weekly walk in support of Israeli hostages held by Hamas, Jewish leaders and survivors say they will march again this Sunday.
Today, the suspect in Sunday's attack on Pearl Street Mall in Boulder returns to court as the first of 2 hearings set before week's end.
Yeah, he faces both state and federal charges in both the firebombing attack that injured 15 people at a peaceful protest. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is in Boulder for us this morning. Brianna, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jordan and Corey. So today's court hearing is only for the state charges. Now, according to the Boulder district attorney, he says that they have enough evidence against the suspect to go ahead with those state charges and proceed. So let's break down what we can expect inside of that courtroom later this afternoon. We know the Boulder DA's office will formally file charges against the suspect, Mohammed Solomon. Those state charges include attempted murder in the first degree and related charges. So according to the district attorney's office, this will reflect whether individuals individuals suffered physical injuries or serious bodily injury. Meanwhile, the total number of people hurt in Sunday's attack has gone up. We now know that 15 people plus a dog were injured at a march to raise awareness about Israeli hostages held by Hamas. This includes 8 women and 7 men between the ages of 25 and 88 years old. 2 victims, an older couple with severe burns, are still in the hospital. Now, court documents say the suspect, he admitted to planning the attack for about a year now and admitted to investigators he would do it all over again. So the suspect is in jail on a $10 million bond. We know today's hearing for those state charges starts at 3:30 this afternoon here in Boulder. And then tomorrow he will be having his first court appearance for those federal charges. For now, I'm live here in Boulder. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, Brianna, thank you. We will likely be hearing less from MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell as his defamation trial continues in Denver.
The judge ordered him to stop violating her rules against texting and tweeting about the trial from inside the courtroom. Lindell has agreed to stop doing media interviews that also violated court orders. Lindell was not held in contempt of court. He's being sued for defamation for his claims that Denver-based Dominion Voting Systems and one of its executives rigged the 2020 election against Donald Trump. Yesterday, that Coloradan testified that his reputation has been ruined and he can't work in election systems anymore. Lindell's attorneys suggested that his reputation had already been ruined by other election conspiracy theorists who said he had engaged in treasonous election rigging before Lindell ever said it. Lindell's attorneys have said they don't plan to present evidence that the claims are true, just that Lindell believed them.
President Donald Trump is set to meet with Germany's new leader. Chancellor Friedrich Merz will visit the Oval Office today. It comes as Trump has warned the European Union on tariffs that the war in Ukraine rages on and pressure mounts on the humanitarian situation in Gaza. Merz has met with many of his counterparts in Europe since taking office, but not Trump. He's known for being direct and not backing down, which could set the stage for a war of words. But the men are not exactly strangers. They have spoken on the phone, and the meeting is expected to remain cordial.
President Trump spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday, where Putin revealed he is determined to retaliate against Ukraine for a recent drone strike. Ukraine launched more than 100 drones, hitting dozens of Russian aircraft over the weekend. Trump says he spoke with Pope Putin for about an hour, and the overall conversation was good, but not one that will bring a quick end to the war.
Meanwhile, Pope Leo XIV also spoke with Putin by phone on Wednesday. It was their first conversation since 2021. A Vatican spokesperson says that the Pope urged Putin to take a step toward peace in Ukraine. The Kremlin called the conversation constructive and claimed Putin is still interested in peace, but blames Ukraine for escalating the war. Both sides say that they agreed to keep strengthening their relationship. And this is the first time that Putin has answered a call from the Pope since Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022.